Jeez.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today we doing a Q&A. I asked y'all to ask me some questions. Here with my boy.
It's a radar. You know, cook up food. You can edit that out. Yeah, I'm here. How y'all doing today?
He also gonna be asking me some questions on top of y'all. He gonna be coordinating this shit. This all in his hands. I'm just here to answer questions.
Yeah. Alright, so, Big, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I know the people been waiting on this.
Yeah.
Waiting on it. Long time coming. So we just gonna start it off kind of slow. I just want you to. I just want to know, how did this all start? What got you to the point of trying to get through your journey?
I was depressed as fuck for like realistically like 2 to 3 years. And end of November, March, I was real suicidal. Tried to take my life 3 times in March. Failed attempts, but nevertheless, I just realized I had to heal from my past so I could be a better me. Stop putting everybody else first.
No. It's not the answer I expected. I ain't gonna lie.
What'd you expect?
I mean, well, why do you feel like you're just putting other people before yourself?
Because I was. Like, everybody else's happiness became... I didn't care about my happiness. It wasn't a thought. It was more, I just wanted to make sure everybody else was happy. Even since I was a kid, I just wanted to make sure everybody else was happy. I didn't care how I felt, as long as everybody else around me was good. So I was put in situations where I knew I was uncomfortable with the situation, but it made the other person happy. So I was like, all right, fuck it. As long as they good, then I guess I'm good too.
That led you down, led you deeper into depression?
Yeah, I mean, if you constantly keep denying, I constantly kept denying myself what I wanted. So ultimately, I just became sadder and sadder, more depressed. I just felt like I didn't want to be here. Like, this life wasn't for me. I genuinely felt like I was here to make other people happy, and happiness wasn't for me. So, yeah.
I like that.
What did you expect my answer to be? You didn't expect it to be that deep?
Well, it's not that I didn't expect it to be that deep. It was, I don't know, when I wrote the question down, I guess I expected something different. I don't know.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Cause I never really got the full gist of
what got me here.
Yeah, like as far as like how this interview is supposed to go.
It's just, I made my channel to show, like I told you, to show people what healing looks like.
Right.
And I feel like me rambling and shit doesn't get that across. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to, like, because I had questions.
Right.
And you can't Google the answers. So it's like, I ask people to ask questions. So maybe somebody else later on comes across this video and the questions are being asked, you feel me? Help
them.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's kind of go into the healing portion, right? So when did you realize you were on a path towards healing? It's a 2-part question.
Okay. When I wanted to be here. When I don't know. I feel like it's like little things throughout my journey where I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm on the right path type shit.
Right.
Like I wanted to be here. I smile and shit. I laugh. I actually want to socialize, and I have inner peace, and I actually love myself. I don't know if that answered the question.
Most part.
Right.
Most part. So, what gave you that strength or that nudge to pursue that?
Almost dying.
Do tell,
Um,
if you want.
nah. Ain't, like I said, ain't nothing off limits. Like almost dying. Like I literally almost died twice. It was by the grace of God and the universe that I'm still here. And it was like, if I'm still here, there has to be a reason why. Like there's literally no reason in my mind besides that there's a purpose for me being here. That me being here is because I have a purpose, and I wanted to find out that purpose. I was tired of hurting. I feel like if I have a purpose, I need to get better to figure out what that is. I need to do this for me and stop trying to get better for other people because I did that for a long time. It's like if I get better, then this will work out, or that'll work out. But it was never for myself.
And how did that make you feel?
What do you mean?
Well, I guess like you said earlier, that you felt like your purpose here was to make other people happy, and that you wouldn't happiness wasn't for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like on a deeper level, like how was your thought process
Then,
then?
like I was alone. Like people didn't understand me. Like it was impossible to understand me as a person. That I was just a tool for other people.
So you said people didn't understand you,
Yeah,
and you didn't understand yourself.
I thought I did at the time, but no.
How did you realize that you didn't really understand yourself the way that you thought you did?
Learning myself now. It was literally through like learning myself now. Honestly, getting past shit, healing, processing how I feel, allowing allowing myself the space to feel how I feel, and be who I am without judgment or expectations from other people. Just being who I am. I understand myself now, and then I had no idea.
Feel like you're getting a lot off your chest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Feel good.
yeah.
So let's talk about the highs and lows you face through this process.
There's a lot of them. It's a lot of them.
Well, as many as you want to talk about.
No, I mean I think it all boils down to like I'm a human. You feel me? Like there's gonna be days when like yesterday, I was in a weird space,
Right.
and before I would have like beat myself up about it because we were supposed to make this video yesterday,
Mhm.
and I would have beat myself up about it or like forced myself to do it. And instead of doing that, I'm like, bro, I'm human. Like I'm allowed to feel how I feel. And instead of like, I guess I have to compare and contrast with this. The lows before, I felt like that's all it would be. And the highs, I felt like it was gonna slip at any minute. It would be taken from me at any minute. But now it's like the lows will happen and the highs will happen. It's a part of life,
Mhm.
and I just have to take it as it goes, and not beat myself up about it. Accept it for what it is.
So could you go in a little more detail as far as the situational highs, like the times where you felt like everything was getting better, everything was gonna be all right.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, yeah, like the different experiences, like actual situations as far as the highs and the lows.
Um. So I mean, shit. This span of what is it, like 2 weeks? When I told you like since my mom been in the hospital like 2 weeks. Yeah, I would say this is like a low for me. Um, because like I'm just in my head most of the time. Like I'm an overthinker, so I think of all the negative possibilities. Um, so I just kind of like step back. All right,
Funny.
just give her a minute.
Bro, you kill me.
But in moments, how I've been feeling, I just step back and allow myself to feel how I feel. Like I said, without judgment. I may journal how I feel. I may talk to somebody. I may freestyle in the car,
Mm-hmm.
like just to get it off my chest instead of suppressing it. And then the highs is like shit, like how we met, but like the party and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm not a social. I'm not a social person. I'm not. In my being, I don't like people.
I know.
Like not even I don't like people. I just don't like being around too many too many people, too many energies. You feel
Right.
me? So when I'm on a high, like I have more of the energy to be around people. I'm more sociable. I laugh more. I'm just kind of like the child version of myself. So
With that little cute giggle, bro. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, funny as hell. Okay. So, yeah, well, you kind of answered um, one of my next questions,
which was what?
which was, what do you do or have done differently when you feel yourself kind of slipping into your lows?
Yeah, that's. I explained what I didn't do now, but before I just didn't. I didn't. I kept it all in.
Mm-hmm.
I just suppressed it and act like everything was okay.
Right.
On the outside, I mean, clearly, because nobody knew I was suicidal. So clearly on the outside, like, nobody knew what was going on in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like I had to wear a mask because I didn't want people to worry about me. So I just went through shit alone. I guess now, like I said, I talk to people, which is definitely a change because I didn't let a fucking soul know what I had going on. Even me telling you like the shit with my mom's,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have told nobody that.
Right.
Or me telling you like I'm in a mood, I would have just sucked that shit up and been like, all right, fuck it.
Just
So
tough it out. Huh?
yeah, but can't do that shit no more.
Okay. I'm glad we can make this as lighthearted as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like most of the people that have asked me these questions, I feel like they're scared to have a conversation about what happened in March or prior. Cause like I guess like suicidal ideations, all that shit is like a touchy subject. I get it. I get it. I get it. If I wasn't healed, I get it.
Okay.
But like I am, so like I'm open to having the conversations. I know my family, people who care about me, have questions
Mm-hmm.
and like care and want to know like what was going on, this, that, and the third. And I would answer those questions if they asked me, but they don't because they feel I don't know. Maybe they feel like I'm still hurt by it, or maybe I'm still in that space, but I'm not. So I'm. It's like to me, this is. I mean, I know it's not the same, but to me, this is like talking about like sports. Like, it's not something that's detrimental to me.
Right.
It's something. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying about, your family not asking.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to think of a reason why not to ask.
If you know, let me. I mean, the only person who has like talked to me about it is my mother.
Hmm.
Like I asked my father, I asked my. They watch this and be like, why the fuck she called me out? But like, fuck it. But I asked my father, I asked my sisters, like, if they had any questions for this video.
Hmm.
And they're like, no.
Well,
And like, they haven't, like, because they came to Virginia after my first attempt. And like, there were little conversations, but I could also tell, like, they were like walking on eggshells,
all right.
which at that point was reasonable. Like, it was fresh. Like, it had just happened.
Mhm.
But the conversation never happened after that. And I don't understand why.
Well, I think some people just don't know how to have those conversations.
I mean, possibly, yeah.
Because I'm weird like that when it comes to certain things. Like, I really wouldn't even know where to start with the conversation. And I would feel like I'm kind of walking on eggshells because you wouldn't want to, like, trigger somebody or, say something out the way, not meaning it like that. And then it could just spiral into something that
And
it should have never been.
I get that. But like where I'm at right now, if something becomes too much for me, I'm gonna let somebody know. I'm
Right.
like, yo, like, let's take a minute, type shit.
Hmm.
Because I'm aware of how I feel. And I know when shit becomes too much. So like, I get that, but that's not me.
Hmm.
But like, they wouldn't know because they haven't tried.
That's true.
But like, I don't hold it against them. But it's weird to me
That they don't ask.
that it hasn't even been a conversation.
Do you
Because there were two other times after that.
do you feel like they should be the ones to open their door to conversation?
Yeah. If in my mind, it's like if you cared to have this conversation, we would have it.
Right. Okay. Well, that brings me to my next question.
All right.
Um, you spoke about your family and how they came to visit when the first situation happened,
Hmm.
but y'all really haven't spoke about it. Like on a deeper level, I guess.
Yeah.
So the support system that you do have, what made you choose those people to be around and be like in the loop?
Me just feeling like I could talk to them about the hard shit.
Mm.
Like there wasn't no judgment or like it wasn't a burden. Like they was genuinely there for me, highs and lows type shit.
Right.
And they support the shit I got going on. And if they don't agree, they'll talk to me like an adult.
Mm.
I'm cold, that's why I'm shaking. I just want to verbalize that. I'm not uncomfortable.
It is a little chilly out here, folks. It is.
um
The wind never stood a chance.
I just because I know I'm shaking.
Hey, it be like that.
But I heard my voice shaking. I'm like, bruh, motherfuckers don't think I'm uncomfortable. I'm not. But just being an ear for me when I need them,
Mhm.
and like not in like a pity way, because they come to me with shit too.
Right.
Just like
It's kind of like a give and take.
yeah, on a healthy level.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But what initiated? I don't want to say that. Okay.
Okay, no pressure here.
Nah,
No pressure.
fuck it. All right. What initiated me allowing those people into my support system was us having that deep conversation. Because I don't feel like you can support me and my journey if you don't understand where I came from, the mindset I had, how I got there. So yeah,
Hmm.
it's like trying to drive a car, but you don't know how to drive. You don't understand the mechanics. Trying to drive a stick shift and you don't know how to drive stick. You don't know what to do. How can you drive?
Sometimes you gotta get on that horse and you gotta ride it, man.
Yeah, but you fuck up the car and
Yeah,
then
you do.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So, has your outlook on life changed?
Yep.
In what way?
What was the full question? Because I answered.
Has your outlook on life changed up to this point? And if so, in what way?
Yeah, I feel like everything, not in like the cliche way, everything happens for a reason, but I believe all the shit that I've been through, all the trauma, all the hurt, all the pain happened for me to get to this point.
Mm.
So like any things I go through in the future is only to make me a better person.
Right.
Um, yeah, I don't, for the most part, I don't look at life in a negative way because I did. I feel like everybody was on bullshit. I feel like everybody wasn't shit and everything was gonna go wrong. But it's like the polar opposite. Maybe not the polar opposite. Because some people ain't shit, some people. But I'm more optimistic than I was.
So, is there like a feeling of like you against the world or everybody out to get you?
Then, yeah, for sure. I feel like my back was against the wall.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, to an extent, I still feel like it's kind of like that. But I had people fighting with me. So it's not just me.
Mm.
It's like a triangle of people going against people. It's not my battle to fight by myself.
True.
Yeah.
Because you got the support system.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Fucking with the segues. All right, come on.
who is your biggest supporter?
Myself. Because can't nobody support me more than myself.
Ain't nobody gonna love you more than you, folks.
Exactly.
I don't love you more than you.
But if you want me to give a different answer,
Yeah, no, this is hey, your answer.
outside of myself, um, I'd have to say my best friend, and I'm not gonna call her by her first name because she's gonna be mad. Daniela.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. Okay.
Daniela. No, because I was gonna call her by her first name. What I told you.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, don't tell her you told me.
she knows I tell people, but I ain't gonna put it on the internet like
Oh,
that.
we gonna edit this.
No, we not. We gonna put it all in.
That is gonna be a little edit, you know.
Nah, we gotta keep it authentic.
We can still be authentic.
Nah, no edits. Daniela and my mother.
Shout out to Daniela and moms. We in here. What about me?
You have, for sure, for sure. Like even like with us going to Top Golf. Like, but it's also a new friendship. You feel me? You have been a support for sure.
Honestly, I wasn't asking this question to make it about me. I was just trying to put something in there to make you want to edit this.
Nope.
Uh,
No, you
dead
definitely.
mission, folks.
You're a part of
Dead
my
mission.
support system,
Dead
whether
mission.
you realize it or not.
No, I try to be there for the homies, you know.
Yeah. Do you see the stars? That's what I keep looking up at. The moon and the stars.
I see a couple on.
Look over there.
Yeah, I see about a good 10 on.
Yeah.
We need to turn these lights off
No, for real.
and turn the moon off a little bit. Start. But yeah, okay. Back to back to the subject. So, So you spoke earlier about, well, back again to where you say your parents wasn't, they don't ask,
One of
or
them.
people in your family don't ask.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I won't say have you ever, because you already said you haven't. But do you feel like you'll ever get the chance to have that full heart to heart with those people?
I have a heart to heart with my mother. I told you that. I said that. My mother, I have. Yeah, I would if both parties are open to the conversation. I don't want to set myself up for failure and be open to the conversation and the other person's not.
Mhm.
That's just setting myself up to be hurt.
Okay.
But yeah, for sure.
Is it kind of like a fear of rejection in a way?
No, it's just me acknowledging who I am as a person. And I read energy, and if that person's energy is like off bat defensive, by instinct I'm gonna be defensive too, and we're not gonna get nowhere.
Gotta start reading people, man.
I can't help it. It's in my nature.
Is it your feminine or masculine side?
Both of them.
Inside joke. Inside joke. Okay. Well, who are you?
Just a person in this world trying to find the best version of himself.
And what do you think the best version of you is?
Person I am tomorrow and the day after that.
And what steps are we taking to get to that?
Continuing to heal and process emotions. Giving myself the space to be who I am. Not holding on to pain or trauma and letting that define me, but letting me at my core define me.
So when you was going through this situation, having your lows and being suicidal,
hmm
what did you want from other people as far as, you feeling like they support you or they care?
I wasn't even in the space to allow somebody to support me. I felt like I had to be my own rock. I felt like I was who people depended on. I didn't know how to depend on people. I felt like that was weakness.
Mm.
So it really was nothing realistically that I would have allowed to happen.
At your core, did you, even though you wouldn't have allowed it, was there a part of you that still would have liked it, would have wanted it?
I would have liked for somebody to see that there was something wrong.
Mhm. Put up a good mask.
I did. I did, for sure.
What was your? I don't want to get too deep into
I mean, you can
this
get as deep as you
situation.
want. But like I said, I'm healed from it. So, like I said, nothing's off limits.
Oh, you did say that.
Yes.
Okay. So wait,
Hold
what?
on. I'm tired of holding this fucking phone. Whew. All right.
All right, we're back.
I'm not cutting that.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So what led to the first attempt? What was that series of events?
Um. Oof.